I'd like to offer some notes on the use of this CD and describe some of the processes we'll be using in this training course. Firstly, I'd like to describe the compiler that we're going to be using throughout this course. It is known as Dev C++. This is actually not just a compiler, it's an integrated development environment, an IDE, as we described from the last section. It is actually an editor, a compiler, and even a debugger. It's freely downloadable from the internet. You can find it at the following website, www.bloodshed.net/devcpp.html. It is a Windows program. You can use it in a Windows environment, but if you're developing programs in other environments such as Unix or Mac, you will not be able to use this program. You'll need to go out and either purchase another one or get one for free. Dev C++ is a very simple program. It has not got a lot of options, it's not got a lot of features, but it's perfect for educational and demonstration purposes, which is why I've chosen to use it in this particular course. The Dev C++ screen is not cluttered and not confusing, and therefore I find it ideal for teaching this sort of course. You'll notice the use of the word C++ in the title of this program. That is because it's actually a C++ compiler as well as a C compiler. You can use it in one of two modes. You can use it as a C compiler, you can use it as a C++ compiler. We're going to choose to use it obviously as a C compiler. There are many other programs out there in the world that will do this sort of thing for us, especially in the Windows world, notably the Microsoft program Visual C++ and the Ball & program C++ Builder. These are industrial strength professional compilers, mostly for C++ development of course, and they are each quite expensive. It should be noted, however, that both of these programs are specifically designed for developing Windows programs. I want to stress that this course is not about developing Windows programs. Even though we're going to be developing in the Windows environment using a Windows product, we're not developing specific Windows programs. We will be writing platform-independent code. The code that we write, every single line, will be able to be compiled on any platform, Unix, Windows, even DOS, OS2, Mac, or whatever you like. We will be writing no code that is designed for the Windows environment only. I'll talk more later about the standard C library. You may not at this point know what the standard C library is, but I will say that when it comes to writing Windows-specific code, you must use a Windows library, and similarly a Unix library is required for writing Unix-specific code. Neither Windows nor Unix libraries form part of the standard C library and are not therefore considered part of the definition of the C language, so we will not be covering them. At the end of every chapter, I will present you with several exercises. These exercises should be done in your own time. When I give you an exercise, you should go away and work the exercises through yourself. When you believe that you have got them completed and working, or if you believe that you can't do them, then come back to this CD and continue. At that point, I will be providing worked solutions. I will describe each of those solutions and I will show them to you on the screen. You can also find the source code in source files on this CD. I cannot stress highly enough how important it is for you to do these exercises. I have taught very many people how to program in the C programming language over the years. Some succeed, some fail. Primarily the difference between those that succeed and those that fail is the level of practice that they put in. It is simply not possible to learn C programming or any kind of programming from a book, from listening to an instructor, or from watching a CD. It simply can't be done. You must get down and practice. You must write the code and make the mistakes, develop programs, debug them. It's all part of the process. I've seen many people who will, as I'm instructing them, they'll go, "Oh yes, I fully understand that. I understand everything that you said, so I don't need to practice it." It is not enough to understand programming. It's not enough to understand a programming technique or a concept. You must do it. And I can't stress this highly enough. I was the same way myself. Until you actually do it, until you write a piece of code, several things don't become clear about that code. Anyway, enough said. Please, do the exercises. practice, practice, practice. It's the best way to become a good programmer. Furthermore, many of the exercises that I present to you will actually be components of a larger project. We will be developing a project almost from the beginning of this training course that will grow and grow and grow in complexity until by the end of this course you'll have quite a sophisticated and complex program. It will be using many of the advanced techniques and concepts that I described to you. We'll start simple, very simple project, and then gradually introduce more and more techniques until the project is completed.